Hello, and I know this isn't my usual VR game, but I want to give you a helpful tip. Currently, I'm looking for relics, or these runes of some sort. Glyphs, that's what they're called. And I'm currently looking for all of them so I can get to the portal and to get to my living ship, which is waiting on the other end. Now, in order to get these glyphs, you have to look for travelers who will point you to the direction of their graves so you can get the glyphs from their graves. So travelers look obviously different, like that one over there, from everyone else. Also, they're partly they have this sheen to them. They seem very shiny in looks, and it will always say this first whenever you see and click on them. And so they'll give you their story, and I'm reading right now. Yeah, and as you can tell, people just go right through them because they're actually holograms. Sights they've never seen before. Oh, okay. Sure. So, if you complete their questions right, they'll give you some nanites. See, that was enough to ask them where they're from, which costs about 100 nanites. It'll just give you an anomalous signal so you can follow it onto a planet which has their marker on it. At the beginning of today, I had about 5 videos, and now I have somewhere around 11. A lot of people struggle with finding these travelers since they're so elusive, and it's a bit confusing when you're first starting out. But it's very simple. Each system has about 1 or 2 travelers, and the most common way to find them is on space stations. You can also find them on trading posts on planets, but I've tried that and it's easier just to jump from system to system. It looks like I've encountered an anomaly as well. Freighters typically have them, but I have one mission in mind, and that's to get the glyphs so I can use the portal to use to get to the planet I need to get to my system thing. I am just waking up, so my mind is still calm. But it's simple, but it's hard to like when I first started, like, oh, I needed to get travelers. That sounds so intimidating. It's gonna take hours. And, well, it is gonna take hours, but it's not gonna take as long as you think. It just depends how you look and where you look. Okay, now we are approaching the grave site. Be sure to bring a lot of uranium or have a regenerating thrusters because you're gonna land and take off a lot. See, they may look different for each grave, and that's alright because there's only 1 or 2. See, Strap glyph. And now I have 12 glyphs. And all I need is 4 more. So how do you find them after, like, encountering all the ones in the system? Well, what I do is I just take the long way route and jump to another star. But here's the trick. Go towards the galactic core. They seem to appear more often towards the galactic core. So as you collect, just go towards the center of the galaxy, and your encounter rates with them will increase each time you get closer and closer to the galaxy. Now I am on a new system, and there's a good chance that I will encounter at least one traveler. Everyone's way of looking for travelers is a little bit different, but this one has worked for me very well. And typically it's found on the place where you see a lot of people present. So we got some Geks, some Vikings, and nope, I don't see them here. Not in this one. If you don't see them there, go check in these other rooms as well and see if you can find them there too. And that's what I do usually when I don't see one, is I usually check the other rooms outside. Okay, we've got some people here. And no, just Geks, Vikings, and that other race I don't remember the name of. This system, like, there's always travelers in each system. It's just some of them are on the trading post, while others are in the space station. Although looking on the trading posts will cost you a lot more time. But another way to speed that up is use the economy scanner and just go through the trading posts of each planet. I don't have a lot of time here. I might split this out for the second part. And so that's simply the basics of it, and how I got so many in so little time. It's by going to the center of the galaxy. Be sure to bring lots and lots of warp coil, or whatever they're called, with you, and also a lot of uranium to fill up your launchers and boosters. Trading posts, they're typically with launching pads around them with a small building. And typically they range from 1 launching pad to 7. You're more likely going to find them in bigger trading posts than smaller ones, since the bigger ones have more people. Now, this one looks like a big one. Yeah, this is a 7 launching pad one. And typically match the system where they're commonly found. So it looks like there isn't a traveler in this one. So there were no there was no travelers on this trading post. And if I don't see any after like a few, I'll just move on to the next system and just continue my search towards the galactic core. And my ship can go a long ways in terms of light years. However, you still have to refuel your system.
Technology recharge.
So that took five, whatever they're called. I'm not good with names. Don't judge me. So I usually go with the furthest one, or the closest one to the galactic core that can go. And I just repeat the process of just going further and further towards the galactic core. You don't need to worry about getting lost up there. You can just go and teleport and jump back like I could in the other series, but I choose not to because that won't be very much of a journey, would it? Also, they didn't drop the ring into the volcano using a bird in Lord of the Rings, did they? No. It's always have to be the most frustrating, longer, obvious route for a journey. Because it would be a journey. Okay, enough ranting of that. Please don't dislike me for that. I didn't ramble onto like unimportant stuff. So yeah, it's on the other side typically. And like I talked about in the previous episode, they look obviously different. They have a shiny glow to them. And I think we have one right here. Yeah, they're obviously a different race. They have Traveler or some really messed up, name above their heads. And it always says this when you talk to them, no matter what. Ooh. So if you choose the right option, they'll reward you with nanites or units. And what question you need to do is ask them where they're from, and they'll typically give you the coordinates for their grave site. Because these guys are dead. They're just holograms of their former self, so that explains why that dialogue turned that way. So it looks like it's on that other planet over there, a few seconds away. Let's see what planet it is. It is a noxious planet. Poisonous planet. Which is not a problem, because it's just going to be a few seconds. So, by the time I finish these set of episodes, I would have gotten 3 travelers done already. But 2 of them you'll see. Just 2. But during that same station, I found 2 of them in the same station. Because they can appear more than once in a system. So you get the gist by now. Just go towards the center of the galaxy while picking up these grave sites each time you find a traveler in a space station. Some of them may have the same dialogue, which is not really important, really. What's important is the glyph. And now I have 13 glyphs. When I started this morning, I had 5 glyphs. That's how fast I'm finding these guys. So I hope you found these videos. You found these videos interesting and helpful. And I'll see you eventually on the VR series. And soon, I will have a living ship.